Right, hi YouTube. So today's video is a little bit different to normal riding my bike. So a lot of the people that watch my channel won't really know that I used to race cyclocross. Now I've got to decide whether I'm going to race again next year. So I pretty much had 6 months completely off the bike of doing nothing. And then prior to that, I was maybe riding to work a couple of times a week, doing very little. So I've had nearly a year off of doing no real cycling. So today I'm going to try and do an FTP test, which is I'm not looking forward to because it's going to be pretty bad. I reckon I'm going to do a weight now. I reckon I've put on about 10 kilos. So let's see. I'm doing a weight in the cycling kit, it'll be more accurate. Right, here we go. Hang about, that was rubbish. Right, here we go. So 79 kilos in my cycling kit, cycling shoes. So I used to weigh myself with nothing on, which I would be race weight about 68 kilos, 67 kilos. So yeah, I've put on 10 kilos since I've stopped riding. And that would be the hardest thing, getting that back off. I don't know how much that is. What is that in pounds? That is let's see. I can't think. It's about double anyway in pounds. But anyway, I'm gonna set up the turbo trainer and then I'll video a bit of my functional threshold test, which will be rubbish, but I've got to start somewhere to see whether I really want to race again or not, because it takes a lot of training. Right, catch you later. Right, this is going to be my setup. And I'm using Trainer Road. I've never used Trainer Road before because I've never been a massive fan of training indoors, but I'm going to do more of it this time just so I don't overdo it, because I used to ride to work, which meant I was getting up at 3:45 in the morning and riding to work, so I'm going to avoid doing too much of that because you just don't get enough sleep. Unfortunately I work shift work, so that's just how it is. So I used to ride to work to try and get my training in, but I'm going to try things a little bit different if I have another crack at this. So we'll set up like that, we'll give this FTP test a go, and we'll see what happens. So I'm using a Stages power meter. The only thing I'm concerned about is my Bushido is not going to be controlled, so I just hope that I'm going to have enough resistance, but we'll see. So at the moment I'm just going through a warm up, and then I'm using an 8-minute functional threshold power test. I mean, you've got to have a bit of an idea of what you think you can hold really to do these tests, but also you don't want to be going too hard and blowing on. So this first one's just going to be, I'm not going to overdo it. I reckon I'm going to go for around 260. I haven't had my power crank that long. I only really used it in 2016. and I probably was around about 300 watts and I was 67 kilos, so it's not too bad for somebody who's 50. I can't remember what it was. I think it was something like 4.1 kilograms power weight body weight ratio. So this is an hour test. So the warm up is going to be ramped. So when I get to doing something a bit harder, I'll start up again. Okay, so I'm in the 8-minute interval, but my worry that I wasn't going to have enough resistance is right, because I can't get the Bushido to work at the same time as train a road. I can't adjust the resistance, but I'll do what I can. It's, you know, it doesn't, it's early days if I'm going to race again. I won't race again until September, so I'm only doing about 230 watts, 96, 97 cadence. I can up the cadence a little bit in the next one, but this will do. And I'm not fit at all, so this is the start. So, about halfway through, I'll stop the video. I'm going to try and get my phone connected up to tact, see if I can control it with that. We'll see. So that was the first 8-minute effort over. I didn't have enough resistance, but I can't do it on my phone, on the Bushido. I borrowed this turbo off of somebody, and I have got something that will work off my Mac, but I haven't got that yet. So, but it was still hard. I was still doing like 230, 240 power, and then the last couple of minutes I upped my cadence to like 100 and I was getting into 260. So, I mean, that's not ideal because you want a consistent effort, but you know, it's the first one, so it gives me a bit of an idea where I am. But you know, these are hard work, these FTP tests. You've got to be willing to suffer. So I'll do the other one. I'll maybe try and keep my cadence higher for the whole 8 minutes. See if I can get the power up a bit just by using cadence. I would normally have a highish cadence. I'll usually cycle around about 95 cadence anyway. So just try that for the next one. It'll give me a starting point and I'll see how I feel tomorrow after doing this. So I'm in my second effort. It's not good. I'm holding my cadence steady as a rock. Power's all over the place, so whether I'm getting power slippage or it's not picking up the power meter very well, or because I haven't got the Bushido set so I can adjust the resistance, but the power's changing by like 30 watts and my cadence 98, 97 steady. But it's a start, it's still hard, so we'll use it for now. But if I am going to do this, then I'll need to get a direct drive power, a power trainer. Right. Right, so that's it over. So my suggested FTP is 197, which is, you know, way lower than what it would have been normally. But I say it's jumping around like mad anyway. But it's a start. It's only January, and I've had a long time off, so it's crazy to go stupid if I'm gonna do this, because, you know, that's what happened when I had to stop because I overcooked it. So, and this is the longest time I've ever had off my bike in my life. I mean, I used to cycle to school every day. I started BMX racing, then I started mountain bike racing in some road, and then I've been doing cyclocross in mountain for the last 10. But I'm only going to do cyclocross. If I'm racing, and I'm only going to do cyclocross because I want to ride the motorcycle more in the summer. So we'll see how I feel about it all when I start riding more. Right, hope you enjoyed it. Catch you later.